If we're ever faced with a real, potentially societal-ending crisis, and not this Muscle Beach version of SARS, we had better hope that the keys to survival are bad haircuts, TikTok videos, and bidets, because we're fucked otherwise. Not only have we witnessed the utter panic, lack of common sense, and unbelievably irresponsible behavior of people who claim to be civilized, but we've been subjected to home videos of people doing things that nobody has ever wanted to hear or talk about. Luckily, though, the curve is being flattened by some real heroes. This episode, we'll be talking about some brave people doing their part to return our society to what it once was. A cesspool of lunacy, depravity, and stupidity. I'm Dave, I'm joined by Brad and Craig, and this is Needless to Say. Maestro, hit my music.
I tore my gluteus maximus to shreds.
Come here and try a little fentanyl-laced body of Christ.
Yeah.
You got any more of that church, baby?
Yeah. Hello, welcome to Needless to Say. I'm Craig, and I'm here with Brad and Dave, the two guys that would make you still want to stay in your house once everything opens back up. How's things going on? Holy how's English not speak good me?
Oh, my God.
Wow, dude. I really love that joke when me and Dave both made it.
Did you?
Yeah,
I don't know.
We've both brought in shows that way. Fuck it. You had it your turn now. There we go.
Wow.
We're good.
All right, we're good. I'm just trying to make it easier for Kaz to remember what we're saying.
Wait, who?
Like most bass players, you might have forgotten them. That's Mike Kaz.
Yeah.
Oh, Kara's husband.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. I got it. Yeah, he's that guy in the band.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Lurch. I really loved him when he was the lead singer of Midnight Oil.
I enjoyed him more when he played with the Muppets and Dr. Teeth, right? He was part of that band.
Yeah.
He was the nose on that one girl puppet, right?
Yeah.
He was Janice, the one druggie in that band.
Oh, yeah. Total druggie.
It was Dr. Teeth in the Electric Mayhem.
Yeah.
You know she was the one providing the electricity. First of all, with those DSLs, you know that's why Dr. Teeth was smiling all the fucking time.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah, she didn't get stung by a bee.
Even Animal got a hand job.
But she got poked.
Yeah.
She got stuck plenty.
Awesome. So how we doing, boys? A little late tonight. It was almost 10 o'clock, and we're just getting started.
Yep.
Shit happens.
We had some family things to take care of. We had some, I guess, another high school reunion, I guess we could call it. At this point, it's just a bunch of assholes with nothing to do on Saturday talking on Zoom. That's all this is. To call it a reunion now is just such a misgiving.
Yeah.
It's just not what it is anymore. I mean, I think I made 7 dick jokes tonight, and that's before we started recording.
Yeah.
It's really good. Kaz, I guess you got your shout out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just the beginning.
They took a few shots. Dave hasn't heard it yet. Wait till Dave hears it. He's going to call back tomorrow. Like, we're doing the show again, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I might just do a Facebook Live myself and riff for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, Kaz, I'm not going to say anything else about it. I do appreciate you as a person, and I understand your position on this whole thing. But remember when I said Joe is my favorite? This is why. So anyway, all right, Dave, tell me about your week, brother.
I was just going to say, Joe hasn't even been on Facebook long enough to fuck up there, has he?
No, he hasn't.
No.
Yeah.
He's usually fucked up when he gets there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Joe is such a good drinker, such a quality alcohol consumer.
Yes.
Big fan of Joe's. Big fan.
Oh, shit.
I've never seen Joe sipping margaritas, though.
And we're talking about, for anybody that For anybody that doesn't know,
passive aggressive again.
For anybody that doesn't know, we're talking about Mike Kaz and Joe. They're the bass player and the guitarist for the band Cycle. We've played them before.
Joe
on the
just
show.
learned something tonight.
Yeah.
Cycles really is an amazing band, though. I mean, they've got an absolute amazing vocalist. They've got an absolutely like face melting guitarist. They've got one of the most rock solid, deep percussive drummers, and they have a bass player.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Hey Mike, you know the Midnight Oil's biggest song was "Beds Are Burning," but I think tonight we can call it "Ears Are Burning."
Yeah.
We are talking about you, my friend. All good. Dave, tell me about your week other than this weird war we're starting with Cycle.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry. Let me get back to usual. I got a shit story. No.
Oh boy.
No. A couple weird things happening this week. The beginning of the week, I gave myself a haircut, and we've seen a lot of people like on the internet doing their haircuts, but I've been cutting my own hair since college. Like I was like, I'm not paying $8 for a haircut in South Carolina because I'm gonna look like I belong in South Carolina. So I decided to do it myself. So I've been cutting my hair, and I finally was like, I don't fucking know. I asked my wife, how do you want me to cut my hair? And she said, like Ben Abbott on Forged in Fire.
The funny thing is your wife cuts hair.
I know.
And she wants you to model it after a guy on a show called Forged in Fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where things take a strange turn.
Oh, okay. That was
because I need to explain how I cut my hair. So I'll go in the bathroom upstairs. I bring like the vacuum cleaner so I can clean up the hair and stuff. Usually what I do is I'll cut my hair, then I'll jump in the shower. So in order to do that, I cut my hair standing in just like my boxers or nothing at all.
Yeah.
And I find myself, I'm sorry, Brad, but it's just easy to jump in the shower. So I find myself standing in my bathroom with hair clippers in my hand, completely naked.
Oh, no.
Looking up pictures of Ben Abbott on my phone. And it occurred to me after I scrolled through 2 Google pages. Of
You were hard.
No.
That's how he was holding the
Hey, Ben Abbott, here's an anvil for you.
Yeah.
And honestly, the first thought I had, like, it occurred to me what I was doing, and then my first thought was, well, this will be fun to tell the guys on Friday night. Yeah. So how was your week? Well, I stood naked in my bathroom looking up pictures of a man on a TV show.
We just got fan mail and they said, please shit yourself again.
Yeah.
Which brings me to Wednesday. I wish I was joking.
Oh God, man.
No. This was an almost.
Oh, geez.
Why are you even approaching this? You of all people should be more cautious than anyone.
Yeah.
Now this is Dave climbing the stairs.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm surprised he doesn't walk like a penguin. Like, he's clinching constantly. Oh shit!
I have more diamonds in my house.
Yeah.
Now we've been eating much better and like exercising for the last like 3 or 4 weeks, and we decided let's get something. Like the weather was nice this week. We've been outside a lot, so we didn't plan a lot of meals this week, or for dinners anyway. So one night my wife was like, let's just order something, but you decide what. And I was like, all right, fine, fuck it. I wanted like a steak and cheese sandwich. It's been a while. It's a great place in East Providence, so we ordered that. And I probably should have gotten the small one, but I got like the foot long to start. And I haven't had one of these in probably 8 to 10 months.
Yeah.
And after we ate dinner, I was like, all right, that was delicious, but I need to slow down. And my wife says, hey, let's bring the baby to go get some ice cream over at Newport Creamery. We'll sit in the back of the car. And I said, okay. I had every intention of driving over there and not getting any ice cream until my wife says, can you get me a peanut butter cup sundae? And I said, I'll get 2.
Yeah.
So on top of this steak and cheese that I haven't had in months, and that I haven't eaten anything fried or greasy for 3 to 4 weeks, I pile on chocolate ice cream covered in peanut butter and hot sauce.
You should just pour it right in your underwear.
Listen, I had a bellyache. I fell asleep on the couch sitting up because I had the worst bellyache. It wasn't until the next morning that I had an almost incident. I woke up with the baby, and like we have a routine. Like I'll get her, like whichever one of us gets up, we'll take her to the bathroom. She'll brush her teeth. We'll get ready. As the baby finishes brushing her teeth, like I stood up for long enough, things settled, and I actually pushed her out of the bathroom door and shut it behind her and locked it because I almost didn't make it from the door 3 feet to the toilet. Everything I ate started to come out. I made it, but only because I was already standing in the bathroom.
Yep.
2 extra steps and you're fucked.
It's exactly right. Like if I couldn't have just leaned, I basically leaned back and fell on the toilet ass first, and I got lucky.
Are you lactose intolerant?
Oh, he is.
Not at all.
I'm not a doctor. He is.
Yeah. He's just
it was just a combination
incontinent.
of what I ate. It was a combination of what I ate and how much. That's what it was.
You have something called Crohn's colitis, IBS, lactose intolerance.
Yeah.
I used to actually just call it asorexia.
Yeah.
Everybody else calls it fucking disgusting. Get
yeah,
a hold
but it was like
yourself.
it was a ninja shit. It came out of nowhere. It just snuck up on me.
It's like Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. Fuck, my toilet took a bombing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It had doll's eye.
Dolls.
The shit started circling.
That's why I'll never use a plunger, Chief.
Oh man.
Yes, that was the middle of my week. And then I know I'm rambling, but tonight my oldest, who's 10 and a half, lost another tooth, like one of her molars.
Yeah.
Not molars, one of the bigger teeth. It's not a molar, it's like between. It fell out, and she's doing her thing. She's got it in an envelope and she put it under her pillow and stuff. And I was thinking to myself, when is too old to be believing in this stuff? Do you know what I mean?
How old
like
is she now?
She's 10 and a half.
She knows
She's
it's not true.
age.
She just wants the money.
which is fine. And if she's doing it because she's got a younger brother and sister, I'm cool with that.
That's probably why.
What I was thinking though is, what if she still does believe this stuff or is trying hard to believe it?
When she goes to college.
I think she doesn't want to let you down.
This is where I was going. Like, do I let her continue this, even if she does believes all of it? Do I let her continue it? But then I start thinking, I don't want her to be that kid who other kids pick on because she has believed in this stuff for so long.
Oh, she probably talks to her friends and she's like, I know they put the money under my pillow. And then her other friend is like, yeah, don't tell them because as soon as you tell them, they stop.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sophia was 7 or 8.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. I think what you do is maybe you start weaning her off. And you start with the story that, listen, she's not going to keep coming for too many more years because she got to focus on the younger kids.
Yeah.
And at that point, that might open the door for her to be like, Dad, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Like, cause she's at, I know.
Well, whatever. Just fucking, just do it. Who gives a fuck? If she still does, whatever. Hey, good for her.
Like I said, I don't want to be the dad that ruins it. Like for me, like it's cool.
There's people that go to church every Sunday.
Also leaving money.
Yeah, also leaving money.
Oh, and they just have to bite pillows.
Yep.
Actually, if you look at some of the windows in there on the night,
they lose a lot more than a tooth.
Pictures of the tooth fairy.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know how I found out there was no tooth fairy? I woke up in the morning and there was a dog bone under my pillow. My dad left a fucking milk bone under the pillow.
Oh, really? Nice. What did he say to you?
Nothing. He just left it. I took a bite out of it to prove a point. It came out. I was like, yeah, Dad, I know. He was just laughing, having coffee.
I was like in the 2nd grade. I was
Really?
way too young. I get, yeah, again.
Of course.
Go on.
Of course, Brad was like,
Yeah.
I know. And this false Santa Claus shit and fucking blah, blah, blah. Standing there.
But I'm still 7 years old.
Smoking a pipe, having a coffee.
Smoking a pipe.
Just went back to typing.
Yeah.
I know. Banging on a typewriter, writing a novel.
Cracks one fucking buckle off his Oshkosh Bagosh fucking farm of jeans, and he's like, yay.
But I do remember this. I remember when I stopped believing, it was like a year or two that I didn't get anything. And then out of nowhere, I decided, I made a big point of it at dinner. I'm like, I'm going to put this tooth under my pillow, see what happens. And I woke up with a note that just went, really?
Really?
No, actually, somebody spoiled it for me. Somebody told me. Yeah, it was second grade. And then I went and told everybody he didn't.
No.
I ruined it for everyone.
Just destroyed everyone's hopes and dreams.
In typical Brad fashion, I mocked him too. He's going to hit every house in one fucking night? Are you out of your mind?
What is he, Santa Claus? Yeah.
Just the whole thing was just so dumb.
Yeah.
Oh
It was
God.
funny. I knew all that shit was fake, but I still held on to Santa Claus for like another year or two.
Oh yeah, that's the gold mine.
Because that
you have
was
to hold on to that one.
Well, that was the one I was like, no, it has to be true. Like, how does this shit show up at the house? You know what I mean?
you start trying to rationalize the different. All right, which ones can be real? Which ones can't?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a giant rabbit, like that's preposterous.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
But a giant fat elf who loves children and keeps slaves at the North Pole,
Yeah.
that's cool.
That's wicked cool.
But he's a person.
Or just some fucking psycho that takes your teeth. The
Right.
fuck is that? That's fucking scary, actually.
He's got,
her name is
skin on a
Kesha.
lamp.
Yeah.
Worst tooth fairy, I'd be like, no, just go.
Yeah.
All right, so
Not
Dave has
okay.
covered hair, shit, and teeth.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
other
Right.
body parts we want to get to before we move on?
So I was
No,
clipping
no,
my
they got-
toenails on Friday. And
That's why I needed the night off. We got to do Saturday.
yeah.
Had to buy a new belt sander.
Hey, tune in Monday for the earwax segment.
Yeah. Brad, how was your week?
Remember when I said unemployment, when it first happened, I'm like, oh, it's not going to last long.
Yeah.
It's like a couple weeks, whatever, 3 months later, I'm still really confident that it's just going to be a few weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, truth be told, COVID, I can only blame that so much. Like,
Yeah.
it did fuck everybody's
Well,
processes.
yeah,
But-
absolutely.
It's
I'm
slowed
also-
down a lot of hiring, I think.
But I've also realized something. There's a thing on LinkedIn, and they ask you how much experience you have doing X, Y, and Z. And it's up to the employer whether or not they want to ask these questions in the pre-application.
Okay.
And I realized at first I'm like, oh, yeah, tell them I got 18 years experience in this and 15 in that. And I never even thought about it. It's a really good way to weed out old people. Or older employees.
old-
And so what they can't, obviously, because of ageism rules, but it's real simple. If somebody comes in at my age and they can get a 27-year-old for 60 cents on the dollar,
Yep.
why would they come to me?
Yep.
Plus, I'm probably not in line with their target audience. So I think this combination of facelessness and the lack of processes going on in the world right now is really screwing me. Or maybe, just maybe, I'm not good at this at all. And I need to
Well, you've been doing it for so long, and you've worked at good companies and maintained your jobs, and you've left them because you were advancing your career. You know what I mean?
But I'm
You
wondering
weren't.
now if I peaked. I'm wondering if maybe this is it.
So is your wife.
I would take that joke from just about anybody else, but you are literally so fucking lucky to be married. I'm
Right?
surprised she let you wear that ring in public.
Yeah.
I really am. And you go together, she should want you to act like the weird guy that she has to unlock out of the back of the van.
If you two were an Indian couple, you'd have to walk 6 feet behind her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was a much more direct way of saying that you do not deserve to be married. Especially to Fran.
In fact, I would love to see you wear a full burqa right now.
She actually looked at me today and made like a mocking voice and everything. She was like, "Do you want to go live at your mommy's?" Yeah.
I've never thought I'd say this, but everything Fran does in your marriage is correct.
Yes.
Everything you do is wrong.
Yeah.
So when it comes to making jokes about my marriage, you can kindly go fuck off.
Yeah. I'm not making fun of your marriage. I'm making fun of you
That's
directly.
Exactly how this whole thing started. Yeah. Anyway, the only other thing, because I was spending quality time with the wife I do deserve, I decided to watch The Handmaid's Tale. And let me tell you right now, the show is fucking intense. It's insane. The show is unbelievably good.
Really?
You know the story, right? I don't want to recap it. That's what Google's for.
Yeah.
No.
Basically, it's a dystopian future.
Yeah.
The government gets overthrown and they recreate the United States into something called Gilead or or something, whatever.
Yeah.
And basically, they go back to Puritan lifestyles. They still have technology and things. It's still the modern day, but they literally take all fertile women and they become property of a couple. And then instead of trying to have sex with his wife to impregnate and further the species, they just fuck the handmaidens and use them as basically birthing tools.
Really?
And it's Elizabeth Moss from Mad Men, a whole bunch of other actors what's his name, Joseph Fiennes, and a few others. But ton of people you recognize. The show, Melissa and I can't believe how good it is. It's crazy. At one point, they had the gallows set up in the outfield at Fenway Park because it takes place in Boston. Takes place in Cambridge. And literally, they bring all the handmaids in that decided to have a little uprising.
Yeah.
And they brought them to Fenway Park and threatened to drop them from the gallows.
Wow.
Nice.
One of the most intense shows I've ever watched. We can't get enough of it. Highly recommended.
I'll check it out. This sounds cool. I like alternate fucking not alternate universe, but yeah, well, that's basically what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's exactly. I like that stuff. That's
basically,
cool.
It was an uprising of people who felt that the human race had lost its way, and
they were just being used.
Yeah,
well, we should just go back to repopulating. More and more couples weren't having children, choosing to live frivolous lives. They weren't expanding the species. They wanted to get back to the true animal nature of it. And literally, the men are wearing suits. They go in, and once a month, when she's most fertile, they pull down just enough to get their dick out, fuck her until he comes, and then everybody leaves. And the wife has to be present in the room, holding the hands of the handmaiden.
Really?
It's insane, dude. I'm telling you, I didn't think I'd like it. I thought it was a weird period piece thing. I was so wrong.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm getting a little boner.
So what yeah, what category on Pornhub do I find this now?
Yeah.
All of it. Literally.
All of them?
Because it's also, Pornhub is also a bunch of women having sex against their will.
Yeah.
That's because they're all related, right?
Yeah.
Go to PuritanCreamPie.com. You should.
Oh, shit.
And that was my week.
That was your week? Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's not much.
I actually shaved too. I had to shave pre-show.
Yeah.
Had to do it. Had to do it. Because a couple of weeks I looked like either Nacho Libre or Chico or the Man, one of them, whichever one. My white and my beard makes it look like I have a porn stash, and people commented. And so I decided to trim it down to nothing. Now I look like Abe Lincoln. But
oh my God.
Oh, shit. Yeah, my week was very uneventful. Just still working in the yard, preparing, getting ready for the guy to come and dig the giant hole in my yard to put the pool in. And
when are they coming out?
They'll be here Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, the day that this episode gets released. They should hopefully at that point be breaking ground. Obviously, it's weather dependent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but, it's gonna be this week's gonna be on and off.
Yeah, so it depends. If we do get a lot of rain, he's probably gonna have to wait a couple of days longer to start digging. But
you said Wednesday, right?
That's
Wednesday, 2 days before the Fandango hosted by Kara and that other guy.
Yes. Yeah.
Who?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Kara and
yeah.
I know Kara.
Yeah.
I think his name is Ben Rollon.
Sorry, all I can picture in my head is Destro.
That's him. We've got it.
It's his doppelganger. It's Destro. Oh, shit.
Yes. In case you're wondering, Kaz, I just called you a big chrome dildo.
Yeah.
That takes orders from a masked dick.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Cobra did. That head was a total dickhead.
He was a crank with arms and legs.
His helmet was a complete crank.
Remember halfway through when they took the silver mask away from him and they put the drape on him instead?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they gave him the hood.
The cowl.
Foreskin.
Yeah.
It's 100% foreskin.
Yeah, that's when they realized he was from Europe.
That accent.
All the G.I. Joe's like, oh, Cobra Commando's Greek.
Yeah. Oh, shit. That's why he's always got his head so far up Zartan's ass.
Wow, Zartan jokes now.
Yeah, right.
So you're saying about your fence?
What's that?
Your pool. I mean, your pool.
So I finally started getting everything squared away to the point where my yard's ready for this pool to be put in. And, you know, I spent a bunch of money to have all the fucking trash taken away. It cost me over $1,000 to have my deck removed. Like, because I chopped the deck up, made a pile, but I had to have somebody come and get it. Plus all the multiple
COVID-19 pandemic money.
Yeah. Yep, basically. But all the just accumulated shit over the years that's been in my yard. And, you know, you throw something on the side of the shed and then forget about it. And you know what I mean? And then you just go back there. It's like 6 inches into the dirt because it's been there for fucking 4 years, you know? But so I got rid of everything and I was all set. And I was like, things are looking good. I just had some brush that I was going to get rid of. And this morning I walk outside and there's my tree fucking fell down. The whole top half of the tree broke off, but it fell into another tree, which stopped it, which thank God I sent you guys the pictures because thank God it did, because directly under it is the church, their shed. Like they have a garage in the back.
Oh, that was the church shed.
That's the church's shed. Yeah.
I couldn't tell the pictures where they were.
Yeah, no, that's not my shed. Because if it was my shed, I would have just climbed up and started chopping things down.
Your pool exploded. Hold up. Your pool exploded. And now the tree is collapsing onto both your property and the property of is this not just the end of Poltergeist, just really slow?
Right? Right? It is.
It's like get out eventually.
Eventually. The best is I found it there's a tombstone on the other side, you know, on the wall. There's a tombstone so close to the wall. And the funny thing is it's facing my yard. So I'm like, unless they put that headstone in backwards, that guy's fucking feet are in my yard.
Oh yeah.
And apparently I drove a fence post through it. At some point, I fucking.
When your pool is actually built, there's going to be that scene from Poltergeist.
Yeah.
They come out of the pool.
Yep.
But your guy's going to be limping.
Yeah, exactly. No, those things. There's nothing but fucking dust over there. That cemetery is sold.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking big pit of fucking grease and bones.
Yeah, but their tortured souls remain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was it. Other than that, so now, of course, fucking cousin Matt has been on the show before. He's coming to the rescue. He'll be here first thing in the morning.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Now he's got to be on again.
Yeah. 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 Now he'll be here first thing in the morning to take care of it. And the worst part is when you call a professional and you look and he's like, oh, is that your shed or the church's? I'm like, the church's is like, ooh. I'm like, great.
Matt is really good at going, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
He really is. He's cornered the art.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
It's funny because my parents have a huge poplar tree in their backyard they want to get rid of, and they were going to ask Matt.
Yep.
And I sent him some pictures today, and his response was, "Yeah, here's some other companies you want to call to take care of that."
Yeah, really?
The thing's fucking huge. I have my little guy stand in front of it for perception, and like my little guy's standing there, and there's like 3 feet of tree trunk on either side of his shoulders, and Matt's like, "Nope,
no, that's too big for him to do on the side."
It's not even a side job. The chipper that he has only takes a 12-inch branch.
Yep.
But yeah, this thing's fucking enormous.
Giggity.
Anyway.
I just got the photo where Dave walked in front of the tree and you didn't even know there was a tree there.
Damn it.
It's all that cheesesteak, dude. You shouldn't have had that. That's it.
Yeah. What would you say we get this show on the road?
I think, you know what? One thing I have to say about this week, and I said it to you guys before we started, this is the first week since we started these remote shows where the headlines seem to be trending into things that we talk about.
Yes.
Which might be a positive sign that we're coming out of all this COVID headline bullshit. For the first time in ages, I'm not inundated with death tolls and new cases every day.
Yes, exactly.
So tonight's episode, I think, is going to be a throwback in all the best possible ways. It's literally just a random collection of headlines.
Yeah, and I think Craig's story about his fence and the tree and where he drove his fence poles is a perfect way for us to get started on our night.
Yeah, that's it. Let's do it. Like the old days, guys. when things were normal.
So nice to see a headline without the word -19.
Right? Yeah, exactly. It's still got a dead person in it, so hold on. Yeah, but there was a video, and I watched the video, and I have to say, fuck, man.
I've watched it like 5 times, man.
Yeah,
at different parts of the day. Because the first time I saw it was early in the morning. I was like, nah, I got some shit in my eye.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's a video. It's a funeral in where was it again? I'm sorry, Indonesia, and the casket, because you know how they love to see shit.
Yeah,
it's got like a window on it in the front. So
why?
I hate
why?
that. You're about to cover it with dirt. You know
like,
I mean?
Why do you need to put a front door in the ground? Stop it.
Just stop it. Yeah, exactly. But they put the casket down. It's in the hole, and as someone's filming it, and they're all talking. You know, everybody's like crying, and you know the priest is talking, and all of a sudden you just see the hand come up in front of the window, like
Yeah,
it was
slowly but deliberately.
Yeah,
like right in front of the window's only is about as big as your face.
Yeah, and the funny thing is the headline says waves, like the corpse waved. It didn't wave. The hand just came up and stopped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was fucking there.
Well, this bothered me because they actually said, well, rigor mortis will make a body do lots of things.
Yeah.
They don't embalm over there.
Yeah.
So they had this funeral happened like 2 days after the body was pronounced.
So the thing's been farting and burping for fucking hours.
Here's the thing. We had another headline like this a few years back before Dave joined.
Yep.
Where a girl started screaming, scratching, and clawing inside of her coffin.
From the casket.
Yeah.
And they were down in South America. So what I'm learning is that Christ lives in all of us, but mostly in unembalmed brown people.
Yeah.
But I don't know how this person had the ability to get a hand. Like, assume they bury you with your hands at your waist, like they
right.
Yeah.
That person had enough strength to bring the art. That wasn't rigor mortis, son.
No, that wasn't just a voluntary movement. That hand, it seemed like it had to have deliberately moved to get in front of the window.
Yes. It wasn't like it just snapped up.
Yeah.
It was right in a coffin. This wasn't an 8-foot deep coffin.
Yeah, exactly.
They were playing racquetball in here.
They're playing racquetball.
Yeah.
This was a standard coffin, and I think what happened is the funeral director said, "Fuck, they already paid us. We can't, like, no backsies.
Quick, throw dirt.
Bury this fucker.
Quick, throw dirt on that thing so nobody can see that window.
Cover the window. Why do we keep selling the window?
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to sell off their stock, like the lot. Like, get those windows off the lot. We're gonna move these closed caskets.
But then I was thinking maybe it was just some dude that was just sick of shit, and he was like, "Fuck it, yep, you're gonna bury me. I'm good. See ya." Yeah. He's like,
yeah, maybe it's just a cool dead person. It's like, deuces.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But you're right, like it doesn't even come up from the chest. Like, even if they buried him with their hands on their chest, it comes out from the side into the front.
Yeah. It was definitely.
Watch it be the guy that was supposed to be burying him.
No, it was John Cena. You can't.
Yeah.
I like the idea of a cool dead guy, though. He's like, yeah, I'm down with that. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was fucking creepy.
Yeah.
It was creepy as hell. Rigor mortis is weird, though, because it always looks like people crying and scratching for help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Because the girl down in Central America, that was insane because she actually woke up. She was not coherent.
No.
But she was aware that she was alive, and then she immediately collapsed and then died again.
And died and had a heart attack and died. Didn't she she went to cardiac arrest or something?
Yeah, it was I remember listening to it was almost immediately.
Yeah.
But this dude was just like, way, and they're like, nope, paid for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, wait, one more thing. It's like trying to. I imagine this is going to be what it's like when we're at Craig's funeral and he's still trying to tell a fucking story that he started 3 years ago.
That's going to be it. It's going to be the stupid wedding too. I officiated my sister's wedding.
Yeah, yeah.
Now there's going to be a bunch of black people standing over your grave.
Yeah.
The
fucking Cracker's dead.
Dude, answer that. Do Portuguese do the window coffin?
No, I've never seen one. No.
That's insane. Because that's the same thing that happened to the girl down in Central America. They had a glass covered coffin.
They do it.
They could stare at her and not spit on her.
Yeah,
I guess salad bar.
That used to be really popular back in the day.
The Ruby Tuesday's coffin.
Yeah. Right. But that used to be really popular, a long time ago. And then now it's back to, but I guess down there it's still popular. But that used to be a thing.
It's one of those countries. It's very traditional. Like there's a lot. It's a lot more of a. I don't want to say religious, but it's more so there. So there's much more traditional, old school.
It was when they didn't embalm people.
Yeah,
right. They had to
put them in caskets so you could see them and say goodbye. They'd slap some makeup on them and put some color in their cheeks, and pray that they don't stink so bad that it permeates the glass.
Yeah,
exactly. You had to do it fast before your loved one turned into fucking beef stew. Too much? Sorry.
Well, yeah, that bothered me. Not the dead guy waving.
Yeah, right. Dead guy waving. Okay, beef stew. No.
The other thing is they bought the coffin was solid white with like gold fixtures all over it and a window. Not one person was wearing a fucking suit. Everyone was wearing shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah.
And
they're all dressed like they're going to watch a soccer match at their buddy's house.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what the fuck? And they're all like sobbing and crying on each other. I'm like, Jesus.
Well, it was 119 degrees in the shade that day.
Yeah.
It's Indonesia, after all. And yeah, it was like Liberace's P-Town Memorial.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this thing looked like during beach season.
Nobody was facing the coffin.
No, because they knew that there was an alive person in there and nobody wanted to go, fuck.
Yeah, nobody wanted to say anything. But apparently what happened was they didn't, they said even the guy that was filming it didn't notice it.
Well, it was very subtle.
Yeah, because it was subtle. He didn't know. I guess nobody noticed it.
iPhone video of a fucking funeral.
But you know what? A lot of people, and I think that's fucking disturbing and disrespectful.
People video everything.
Yeah, it's disturbing and disrespectful. That's like you see those people. My
former partner fucked with me this week in the worst way. Sent me an alligator video. It was a bunch of Mexicans or whatever. Found an alligator, and they just start cutting this thing open, and I'm like, I'm expecting another alligator or something animal. Nope, half a torso. What? They cut an alligator open. You see a head. They were digging for something. They pull out the guy's head, and then what looked like, the chum that you drop in the water to get sharks.
Yeah.
And it was like you see an exposed brain stem and all this other thing. And I'm like, why, Mike?
Why would you send that to me? Yeah.
Yeah. Can you send that to me?
Yeah.
I don't want to propagate this behavior.
Yeah.
I'm all
Please.
for a good
I'm actually very. I like to see stuff like that. I do.
They surgically, with precision, cut this thing open with a Bowie knife, and they just start looking around, and they're like, "Wait a minute, do you think he's down there?"
They were probably looking for that person because it was probably someone got killed, and they were like, "Oh, throw him to the alligators." You know?
What happened?
No, some woman's like, "That motherfucker's cheating on me. I don't know where he is. He's with some fucking woman."
Yeah.
I'm like, no, he's right here. That ain't him.
Yeah.
I think what happened was the guy was sitting on about 10 pounds of jewelry and an iPhone, and they wanted to go get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They just right in the middle of the street, they cut it open. They pull this guy's head out, and I'm like, oh God. But I thought it was going to be the whole body. I thought the big takeaway was going to be, look at it swallowed him whole.
Whole.
Nope,
yeah.
not whole at all.
No, not at all.
It was like they cut him like this. So all of this was exposed and hanging and meaty.
Across the torso like that? Like,
but diagonal. But he had to pull his head out, and his head was pretty like. He looked like nonplussed by the fact that he was about to be eaten by an alligator.
Yeah.
He was disappointed, like not even a crocodile.
Yeah.
See you later.
Seriously, send me that link. I want to watch it.
All right, I will.
I would love to have no sleep tonight.
Yeah, right?
It's a truth. You got to wait like 5 minutes to watch them cut fat layers out of it, too. Really, it's delightful. You know what? You want your diet? This will keep you on it.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan.
Waving corpses. Anything on dead people not being dead?
Waving corpses. I don't know. I mean, the only thing I think of is Fred Willard.
I was. Fred Willard. That's a shame today because I liked that guy.
I didn't hear. I didn't know about it until I saw Brad. You put something on Facebook today. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
And that was nice about it because Fred Willard's one of the good guys. He doesn't get my dead celebrity wrath.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't.
You never
deserve
heard a bad thing about the guy.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't deserve it because he was a humble, normal, funny dude. He was a funny guy.
He was just a goofy guy. Like
yeah. And there was nothing. And that guy's been in everything.
He was the only human in WALL-E.
Yeah.
An actual human.
Yep.
You know what's crazy? On Modern Family, they killed his character about 6 months ago, and I wonder if they knew.
Oh, really? Maybe he was sick. I don't know how he died. I didn't.
Natural causes, they said. He was 86. I mean, it wasn't a bad run.
Yep.
But yeah, Fred Willard, and that was not where I meant to go after dead people waving.
No, but you just mentioned that, and I was like, oh, he just happened to pass away and die. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Well.
And who else was a few days ago? Ben Stiller's dead.
Jerry Stiller. Yep. That was another one. That's another guy that I have no desire to tear apart because there's nothing to tear apart.
No, I'm not gonna tear him apart. I'm just glad he found serenity now.
Yeah, there you go. That was good. I like that.
Yeah. No. He was more of a character comedian when you saw him in shows. Like, you knew what you were getting, but it was still funny.
And that guy that guy was around since
the
I think
50s.
I think before that, wasn't he doing fucking like?
Yeah, but I think he got big, quote unquote, big or popular in the 50s.
In the 50s, yeah.
He was a fixture on Ed Sullivan and all those shows.
Yeah.
He did really well. He did Stiller and Mira. Obviously, he married her.
Yep.
Jeff Ross they did the Jerry Stiller roast about 12 years ago. And Jeff Ross had the best line of the night, as usual. And
I was going to say, that's par for the course.
Can't believe that, you know, how far you've come while leaving Ann Mira in the dust. Like, you've gone on to the King of Queens and Seinfeld. And meanwhile, Mira's out there touring with Chong.
Yeah.
Absolutely killed it.
Yeah.
Back when the roasts were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
We need something a little more uplifting, something a little more exciting. How about this, Dave? Do it yourself. IKEA masturbation video goes viral in China.
See, when I first saw the headline, I was like, all right, I'm with this. But then it says in China. And I'm thinking, well, it's going to be a video of some chick because they're not going to show some picture of a dude like stroking his knuckles like 2 or 3 inches. It's looking like some guy like cracking knuckles. That's it now.
Yeah.
It's got the utility tweezers they use to get all the bolts out of the bag.
What is that? An Allen wrench? What is that?
Yeah, basically, she decided that you know what? It's the middle of the day. There's lots of kids and other people.
There was a lot of people in there.
I think that was the thing.
I only saw pictures. I didn't get to see the video.
I don't think you need to see the video to get the setting.
No, yeah.
It was good though. It's good. It's attractive.
I didn't see it.
Pretty deep. Pretty deep.
I
thought they had evolved over there for lack of necessity.
Right?
But
yeah.
She was pretty deep. She took this thing all the way, but I just don't understand why in the middle of an IKEA. I need some clarity on the location. Thoughts?
I think it's just a public place. Like
yeah.
There's this little subgenre in porn I've noticed of people like getting off in public. Like you like I've seen videos of like chicks sitting at in bars or restaurants and like they put the camera like some dude will put a camera like down between his legs like under the table.
Yeah.
And I'll see and I'm like, oh, like all right, that's interesting. Like it's just the danger of getting caught, but this is different.
I love when
this is fucking full.
There's a subgenre.
Yeah.
Well,
like it's not 7 bookmarks on your PC right now.
Yeah.
I have nothing bookmarked. I'll be honest.
He's got 2 things folders: outdoor exposure, indoor.
Yeah. But this is under full like fluorescent lights. People looking for furniture, not like.
Right, like there are people checking tags hanging off the back of the couch. She's just fucking dripping off of.
Yeah. That's the thing. But the worst part is, I'm like, it's China. They're gonna find her. She's going to jail.
You'll just never see her again.
Yeah, exactly. And it's gonna happen because they were furious. Because all of a sudden, I guess like the government, I guess all of a sudden the video came down because it just started circulating on their internet.
Oh.
And they immediately took it down and started like investigating. And
she's fucked.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's fucked by more than just Swedish meatballs.
Yep.
What do you think the name of the furniture was, though? IKEA's got those great names. I thought she was on the shove twat couch.
Fabrics in a herringbone pattern.
Yeah.
She was leaning over a lamp, the Gesh keister. The cops picked her up and shook her out, and like 18 more bolts fell out of her trunk.
It was extra parts. Yeah.
You over tightened.
You go up to her, you just say Flathead or Phillips, and she just comes on command.
Yeah.
No tools necessary.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was just I was like, wow, that's fucked up because like I said, I saw the pictures and there's people like you see those things like people in the park on one side of a car and there's like, people in the background, but they're hidden.
Yeah, but the line of sight is hindered. Yeah.
This fucking, she was in IKEA.
Right.
Fucking right there. It was insane. Insane.
Where would you guys masturbate in public if you could? Because again, you two are apparently into this apparent subgenre of porn.
From the guy who whacked off on a fire escape.
More than once.
That was all through theater of the mind, my friend.
Yeah.
Pure imagination, like Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
So are you asking if we could pick a public place to
if
do that?
Or have sex? Doesn't have to be jerking off. But if you were going to have sex in public and because you got off on like public places, what would be a place you would do it where you think you'd be seen but not caught? Because the whole idea is to be seen but not caught by an authority.
Yeah, well, I think that's the whole.
Yeah.
It's the inherent danger of being caught is the thing, but not actually getting in trouble for it.
Because I actually do like this genre. There was one great video of a guy in the upper deck of a fairly crowded baseball stadium during a day game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she
just
started
I remember that.
blowing him during the day game, and then she just pulls down her panties and sits down on him, looks around. She's looking left and right frantically. And not aware of the fact that they do film these baseball games, these collections of people where they play in sporting events. And sure enough, the camera caught her. And she was saying, but she'd bouncing furiously. And then you see him at one point grab like napkins from whatever nachos he had ordered a few minutes earlier. Yeah. Starts wiping himself and she wipes herself too. Really classy shit.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was definitely in Philly.
fairly
His
good
dick's
guess.
just covered in Tostitos.
Yeah.
Cheesesteak.
They both crunch as they leave the stadium.
Yeah.
Whole time she thought she was fucking him, she was just fucking an insanely hard street pretzel.
Yeah.
Oh, that feels so good. That's the bendy straw, baby. His rib.
Well, I know it was definitely a Phillies game because
There was no one else around.
It was a baseball game and half the stadium was empty.
Yeah.
So,
And the half was there. The half that was there was just trash.
Yeah.
They were applauding. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh yeah.
That's the worst city.
Chances are every time she came up and down, they started another wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, where would you guys go if you had to get off on this? Because I'm trying to expand this one. I thought we talk a little bit more.
So
about
was the
Chinese
question? Are we self pleasuring or are we doing this with someone else?
Do it with somebody else. Whatever gets you off.
That's tough. I could because that too much anxiety.
Really?
Yeah.
You couldn't do it?
Nah.
I wouldn't have a problem.
I think my biggest thing would be like maybe like in my car driving down the road, maybe getting a hand job. I don't know. I couldn't. No, I'm all set. I would be too freaked out.
I think a movie theater would be fun.
You used to get handies in the movie theater, right?
Yeah.
No,
We all.
I didn't.
I used to purposely go to bad movies.
But getting a handy is one thing. That's easily concealable compared to
All right, but
just
it's
boning.
still a risk.
Yeah.
It's still a risk, agreed. But I'm just saying, if we're talking about boning or something like that's totally different.
That's different. That's a tough situation. You got to get into. Yeah.
In a situation like that, like you have something that everyone else is focused on, and that you can focus on too.
Yeah.
To distract people, you know.
It's different when you're locked together like fucking Tetris fucking pieces in the middle of some place. It's not like you're just holding hands and walking through. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, there's some place I wouldn't want to, like a concert or something. Like we've all seen people hooking up at concerts.
Yeah.
And they're just like, you're too close to so many other people. It's not okay.
No, it's gross.
I'd want to do it at a ski lift in Aspen.
All right.
There you go.
I feel like I should light a candle to hear this story, but go ahead.
No, just on the ski lift in Aspen. But I don't mean like the regular ski lift. I mean like on one of those group ones.
So nobody could leave.
No.
Yeah.
Literally captive audience.
Yeah.
So who else is there with you? If you're going to be on this,
and strangers. Really dumb question, dude. What the fuck?
I'm just, you're talking about a ski lift. I'm just saying, I didn't know if you were thinking of other people there, the people that you knew.
God, strangers. I don't want people to have to bring this up at dinner. Remember that time where you fucked your girl in front of everybody? No, I want this to be like a moment in time and you move on.
Yeah.
I don't want it memorialized. I just want to say I got away with it, and it makes a good story for shows like this.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's like I said, it's too much ink. I don't know.
Say the word you're thinking. Say icky. Just say icky.
No. It's not that. I know me. I mean, if I was 15, you know what I mean? It would have been fucking at the bus stop right in the corner of Main Street at fucking 2:00, you know, because you would do
done it and finished before the bus came.
Yeah. And it didn't matter. I would have fucked on the yellow line in the middle of the street if somebody offered it. You know what I mean? But
would you like to go for a double yellow, Craig?
Yeah.
Can't.
But it's just one of those things like now to, you know, think about like, oh no, I don't want to deal with that. That's just, I don't know.
Wow. Thought we were going to get to know you guys a little more, but apparently we peaked last week.
Yeah.
Enough of this. Dave, give us the next headline, poor favor.
Where else do you want to hear about me boning? I don't know what else to do.
I thought you guys would come up with something creative and funny, but I should know better after 139 episodes.
Disney World.
You said a ski lift in Aspen, like you're writing a fucking Hallmark card for some naughty website.
A crowded mountain, exposed area, lots of people coming, but still picturesque and still isolated. If you actually think about a ski lift, you're alone on that ski lift. People behind you and in front of you can see you. But it's still just the two of you on that seat. I think it's ideal.
All right. Disney World on the People Mover.
Dangerous.
How's that?
At the airport?
I said
People
Disney World on the People Mover. Yeah. Oh yeah, Brett. You've never been to Disney World, have you?
I've been to Disney World probably 12.
Oh, I thought I thought it was you that said you hadn't gone there.
No, I'm not Dave's kid. I go.
My kids go. They just don't go with me.
Yeah. Yep.
Son of a bitch. I hate you guys.
Here's a sentence you'll never hear. Dave's kids going to their mom going, can we skip Disney World this year? Because I really want to go to Santa's Village again.
You know what's worse is we just canceled Santa's Village, too.
Oh, even worse.
Like $12 in profit they're losing this summer. Fuck
You
you,
were like,
COVID.
hey, we can't go to Santa's Village, but guess what? We're going to Tiverton.
It's the Santa's Village of Rhode Island.
Yeah, I hope you kids like seagrass and people who don't want you there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Remember every painting in a doctor's office? That's where you're going this.
Yeah.
If there's a buoy in your life that you want to find, it's in Tiverton.
Yep.
Marsh grass in front of it and old people painting it.
It's like, hey son, tell me how excited you are about empty lobster traps.
And then people who turn them into art.
Yeah.
Yes. How would you like this to be your coffee table?
Yeah. Right.
Oh my God.
Would you like a mirror with the old Narragansett beer logo? You're in luck.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh,
too fucking funny. Dave, please, I'm begging you.
all right, let's pivot this away from whatever road Brad's son does down.
Kidding me?
And
Dead end. That was a short alley.
Right.
Right.
Let's talk about something interesting, like rock stars getting hurt gardening.
There are a lot of ways to get hurt in rock and roll. Flying TVs in a hotel room, overdosing on drugs, getting the clap from numerous groupies.
Walking into stairs that rise up out of the stage you knew were coming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Brett Michaels walking into scenery that was already in front of him and moving upward.
Yeah.
Still remains the best thing in the world to me. But this might even be better. Brian May of Queen, a band we all love and appreciate, was hospitalized recently after injuring his buttocks in an, quote, over-enthusiastic gardening incident. I've been over-enthusiastic about a lot of things, folks.
Yeah, this isn't one of them.
When I get enthusiastic about grabbing a hoe.
Yeah.
Or sticking two fingers in the dirt. No, I gotta tell you, it's a very different scenario. I'm a little blown away by this one. Dave, you read the article. Tell me a little bit about it.
I tried to figure out by reading the article what the hell he actually did in the garden to injure his buttocks this seriously that he had to be hospitalized. And I haven't figured it out yet.
It doesn't say, and he doesn't say how it happened. He just says, I tore my gluteus maximus to shreds. To shreds, even.
And right now, Adam Lambert's at home, like high-fiving his buddies, like, yeah.
Like he just recruited another one.
Yeah, and I mean, that was the thing. They've been destroying buttocks for fucking years. It was about time they got a little payback. Yeah.
Freddie Mercury's in his grave, like, I know you bastards would get it someday.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my
he's
God.
Just too embarrassed to admit he slipped on his own white afro relaxer.
Yeah.
That dude's hair is discomforting.
It's ridiculous.
Would that be called no soul glow?
No, yeah.
Soulless glow.
Soulless glow. Yeah.
Just a bunch of gingers.
But apparently tore his buttocks to shreds.
Like, that takes some work, man. Like, those are the biggest muscles in your body.
Yeah.
What do you think he did? I think he was slipped and probably was already mid-motion doing something. Like, I once tore my Achilles, but that was during football practice.
Yeah.
Right.
You'd expect to get hurt. I've never been hurt gardening other than just, aching from getting up.
I'm
old.
That's what I'm thinking. He's fucking what? He's got to be in his 70s.
He's got to be in his 70s.
Yeah,
right?
No doubt.
So, yeah, he probably just was walking to the garden.
He was reading Better Homes and Gardens.
Yeah. So, those summer squash are dangerous. Watch out.
Yeah, he's 72.
72.
Just looked at
yeah.
He's 72.
And I mean, but this is a guy that, I'm sure he's partied pretty hard during his day.
Of course he has.
You know what I mean? And at an age at the age that he's at now, they're still touring and still doing things, but I'm sure he's calmed down quite a bit.
You would think.
But not enough to not destroy his fucking ass.
Well, let's think, like, a lot of people are stuck home doing it for longer than they've ever been home, and starting to do things that they haven't done. It's like,
like destroying your ass.
Right. You know what I haven't done since 72?
Yeah.
Have my asshole torn up.
Yeah.
Well, picking zucchini.
Yeah. Like
You're
somebody was
fucking millionaire. Have somebody buy your produce.
Yeah.
Fuck you growing shit in your yard.
All I know is Adam Lambert's called him about 3 times a day since that tweet just to get gardening tips.
I thought you said my thumb was supposed to be green.
Yeah. That guy's been trying to get his asshole destroyed on a daily basis.
What do you think the surgeons found in there when they operated? I think they found two Scaramouche and a Fandango.
Yeah.
I'm sure they found someone's overbite.
When he hit the ground, he's like, "Oh, mamma mia, mamma mia."
Do not let it go. Let it go.
Yeah.
He's arguing with paramedics.
Oh shit. No, it's funny. Is I bust Adam Lambert's balls, but I have to say I was watching fucking. My wife loved fucking American Idol, and we were watching it. And when he performed with Queen on American Idol for it was the season final. He was still a contestant. When he performed with them, I said, "Holy shit, he's perfect for them."
Was he? I never saw it.
And he was born to play with this group.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, I think Freddie Mercury, if he knew he was dying and Adam Lambert was around then, he would have handpicked him.
Yeah.
No
He's
shit.
So
he was
good
that good?
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. And that's what, like I was saying, like I bust his balls, but damn, that kid can fucking sing, man. And it was just, like I said, watch it. I'm like, holy shit, he's perfect for them. And then within a week or two, they were like, "Oh, we want you to be a singer." They offered him a job.
Awesome.
And did he even win?
No.
He wasn't the winner. He was second place, right?
Was it Carrie Underwood that won that year?
No, I don't know. It was someone that wasn't as good as him, because that's what always happens. You know what I mean? And he ended up in Queen. So, you know what I mean? So,
he wins.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't work out that way for all of them. I ran into, I forget the guy's name in Vegas. The one that had the gray hair and they thought he was lying about being his age.
Oh, yeah. I remember that guy.
The real bluesy
He was like
guy.
the bluesy, jazzy singer, kind of, right?
And he called his fans the Soul Patrol and all that.
He should deserve to lose for that.
Well, it was in a nightclub inside of a casino. And he was standing out front trying to get people to go to his show.
Oh, Jesus.
Really? Yeah, and it was sad to watch because the guy's talented as hell. I almost did it.
Yeah. Of course they're talented.
Took a picture with me and everything. Real nice guy. What the hell was his name?
Exactly.
Soul Patrol. That's all I know. Soul Patrol.
What did you... Oh, I thought you said Paw Patrol. I got kids on the brain. I'm like,
yeah. But
Paw Patrol would have had a bigger crowd. I can tell you that.
That's the thing, is you don't get to the finals in that show without being...
Chris Allen was the kid that won that year. That beat Adam Lambert.
Is that who it was? Really? What's he doing now?
I don't know. He's probably baling hay in fucking Iowa.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was the kid that went on. He did have that like one album or something that he released, and then that was it, done. And Adam Lambert is just jamming with Queen. doing European tours.
Taylor Hicks was his name, Brad.
Thank you. I remembered it when I met him because his name was on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
Right under the drink special.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So a quick and healthy recovery to Brian May. This is probably not the first time somebody, in Queen has told you to.
Yeah, everybody join hands. Let's pray for his asshole.
You'd think stretching would be a bigger part of their morning routine,
right? Oh, right, shit.
Let's let it go. Don't let it go. Let it go.
Yeah.
Craig, I want you to read this one because it's about a cartoon I've never seen. Go.
All right. So it was Rick and Morty, which is a show. I watch it. I like it. It's good. It's funny.
I've also never watched it, Brad. I've heard about it. My sister-in-law has told me to watch it, but I've never actually watched it.
I've watched it. Is it I mean, people freak out about it. It's good. I like it. It's
okay.
It's definitely funny. And there's some good shit in there. And they took a lot of heat this week because they made a 9/11 joke, which was so. It was a good one. It was funny. My cat. Can you hear my cat? Is that what everybody's looking at?
Cat? I thought the baby was dying.
I thought that was Brian May's asshole.
Yeah. Nope, that's just another asshole. My cat. Yeah.
Or Adam Lambert whistling. I don't know what it was.
While talking.
Yeah.
But
gluteus meowdimus.
But the
terrible joke. Don't laugh at that. Don't encourage me.
The scene from Rick and Morty was they were going to pull a terrorist. They travel from like these alternate universes. You know what I mean? They do all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they got this spaceship thing, and they were gonna do like a terrorist attack in this alternate universe. And as they're flying through the city, they're talking about doing this terrorist attack. And when you look, there's these two giant towers sticking up out of the city.
Yeah.
And they start flying towards it. And then the spaceship stops and just takes a quick right. And he goes, yeah, no, I wasn't going to do that. It just didn't seem right. And Rick's like, yeah, he's like low hanging fruit. You know what I mean? Well, and then when they turn, they look, there's a harbor full of battleships. And they're like, Pearl Harbor? Yeah, that's cool. And they just go in and they just drop bombs all on the thing. It was funny. It was a quick scene. It was funny.
This is why I picked the headline. And I'll tell you what, 19 years.
Yeah. Yep.
19. I mean, I remember like it was yesterday. We don't need to go down this road again.
Yeah.
Has enough time passed. It's now, because Pearl Harbor, he made the point. Pearl Harbor is something we talk about like it never happened.
Yeah.
We talk about it like it's a fictional event.
That was part of... But it wasn't part of the joke.
Punchline, I think, in this joke.
Yeah, it wasn't so much part of the joke as it was like, we're gonna cater to you almost, like, and make you feel better about a just as tragic fucking incident. You know what I mean?
I think what they're saying is it's all about time versus, time plus what do you call it? I forget the equation, but time plus something equals comedy. Mm-hmm. Time plus tragedy equals comedy or something like that.
There's no time limit.
No, there shouldn't be. And I've never watched the show. I haven't watched it. I watched this clip, and I think what made it funny was the pivot to Pearl Harbor.
Yeah,
because the joke is that no one knows enough about it anymore to be offended
by it. Exactly.
Way too much time has passed.
Yeah.
Right. And it was
does
like,
that make it not a tragedy?
No, it's just as tragic. It was just as shocking to the world.
Yeah.
But the joke was that you people are so stupid. You laugh at this, but not that.
But not
it's
that
the same.
That's
tragedy.
Actually, that was the actual underlying joke. That's what they were doing. And immediately, people jump on Twitter. Really? You're doing 9/11 jokes now? Blah, blah. Like, what do you mean 9/11 jokes now? Like these stooped so, like, what are you, out of your fucking mind? You know?
It's okay to make COVID jokes, which has killed 5 million people in this country.
Yeah.
But not okay to make a joke about that.
And that's the thing. It's just
His numbers are a little off.
Yeah.
Social major.
Social media. But I mean, that's the thing is it's a joke. And there's never a time, you know, to make fun of tragedies. People died, whether it was fucking yesterday or 200 years ago.
Yeah.
That's
you
it.
know what's funny is I just saw a clip.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well,
depending on what time period we're talking about, then yes, maybe.
Yeah.
But I just saw a clip not too long ago.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
A comedian, I think his name is Chris D'Elia.
Yep.
He said it's ridiculous to get mad at comedians because we're joking.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
And we've talked about it 1,000 times in this show. It's a joke. There is no one better at fucking bad timing than fucking oh Jesus. I started the sentence with his name in my head and it went away. You know what I'm talking about, Brad.
Taylor Hicks.
Yes, Taylor Hicks. Yeah. No, why can't I think of his name right now? He's been spot on with like every time shit comes out, he's got something to say.
Oh, Gilbert Gottfried?
No, Gilbert Gottfried was the best with the fucking with the
Japan tsunami.
The tsunami was fucking.
You don't live in a good school district. Just wait.
Just wait. Yeah. Yep. Lost his fucking job for that.
But wait a minute. Hold on a second. Think about what we just did right this second. We laughed about it because that happened over there.
Yeah.
And that's not going to affect us here. But now he made a 9/11 joke. Now, I will always argue to know your audience. I've done it ad nauseum. You can probably just go back a few episodes and rant then. I won't do it now. Rick and Morty, even though it's not a kid's show, it's still largely a kid's show because they're the ones watching.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's on late at night. It's
the internet era, dude. It's streaming constantly.
It's Family Guy.
All right, and Family Guy.
It's a little worse than Family Guy. They deal with some fucking shit, but it's so off the wall and ridiculous. The show, it's
that's the thing.
You know, if you watch the first couple, they've changed it because the first couple of episodes, the grandfather Rick was a wicked alcoholic, and he always had like drool on his chin. You know, and they kind of like went away from that in the later episodes because he was just constantly bombed and burping and fucking throwing up and shit. And
that happened. It was like The Simpsons started off with Bart being the main character and transitioned to Homer.
Yeah, exactly.
They're different.
But what I'm saying is like the underlying joke in that whole thing was the timing thing. And like I said, I was talking about Jeselnik was the comedian I was talking about, Anthony Jeselnik, who is fucking brutal. He'll fucking say anything whenever, and he's funny and he's right a lot. You know what I mean? He's just because, like I said, there's no timing on it. There's no whether the person died yesterday or fucking 30 years ago. Does it matter? It's the same joke. Okay,
it's October 11th, 2001. You're a comedian in New York. You making that joke?
I don't know.
I don't think you are.
It was happening. People were doing it.
And it was, and that's why we don't hear from them. They're out serving you fries right now. I don't believe in too soon. I agree with that. But
no, you gotta let the morning. I guess let the morning period.
Well, it's not even it. I just also think that there's a certain period of time before something is going to be considered funny. You know, I wouldn't tell a joke just for shock value.
No,
and we do it a lot of the time. Telling a joke just to get a from the audience is not the same as getting a laugh.
No, yeah.
Has enough time passed though. Hasn't that? Yes. I think 19 years, we're getting goddamn close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably should, because we made fun of Muslim cultures within seconds.
Seconds.
That's the thing. It depends on what the punchline is. And part of it, like you said, Brad, is your audience.
Yeah.
Now, when you're putting out a TV show, your audience is everybody who can potentially see it.
Yep.
I don't agree with that either, because I think it's all a matter of who already has shown that they're watching. Clearly, their audience skews to teenagers, stoners, college kids in dorm rooms piling up.
Oh, no, definitely.
I don't disagree with that. I guess what I was saying is
46-year-old guy sitting on that couch at midnight.
But you're going to write your show for the people you know who are already watching.
Yep.
But you also have to understand that anybody else can see it.
Yeah.
I think we've got to come to grips with the fact that there is a whole generation of people entering the workforce now that not only weren't alive for 9/11, but also are looking at it as just another chapter in the history.
Yeah.
Our generation gets all prickly about it because this was our Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
Guess what? The kids that don't know about it, they'll have their own.
Don't
too.
care.
This might be coronavirus for all.
And in 15 years, it'll be a paragraph in a chapter.
I sat in my living room with tears in my eyes, watching it happen live. And
was that your wedding video?
Yeah. And then well, that too. But I mean, you know,
he probably just watches it and edits. He's like, I take that whole section out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's Fran editing it. Can I get him out of this video?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a bunch of pictures of Fran with their arm around no one.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't even try. It's just like a white circle.
Yeah. It just like it looks like Chinese. It looks like Japanese porn. There's just blur over my face. Yeah.
Like, where was your wedding filmed, in North Korea? What happened?
But I mean, like, I don't not take it seriously. It was a tragic thing that I witnessed.
Of course it was.
You know what I mean? I didn't witness it in New York. I'm just saying, but it was just happened
as it happened.
Yeah,
it was our generation's.
It was our generation, and it was awful.
Did we cry about JFK after we learned about it, though?
No. But and even that, one of the funniest fucking things I've seen in a long fucking time was somebody tweeted, what if JFK, because of all the conspiracy shit and stuff, this was probably the best thing ever written on Twitter ever, was, what if JFK wasn't actually shot? What if his head just did that? Dude, I fucking lost my mind. I couldn't stop laughing.
Fucking awesome. That's so good.
Driving along, and he has a sinus in the back of his head.
I could not stop laughing when I read that. It just made me laugh.
He was just allergic to hibiscus, which was in Dallas.
Yeah.
The deadliest thing on the grassy knoll was the grass.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's
JFK sneezed Lyndon Johnson into office.
That's what happens when you hold in a fart. Yeah.
Oh
my God!
And there you have it, proof.
Yeah,
proof.
But yeah, but that's what I mean.
I'm not sure anybody in our generation is ever going to be overly laughing, grabbing their sides. But I think the Rick and Morty guys, maybe they don't know their audience. Maybe they're overestimating their audience. I don't know if I would have made the joke, but I do like the satire and the fact that they said Pearl Harbor cool, because it really does indicate just how quickly we forget.
Well, that's what it was. It was a smart. It was smart in a sense. You know what I mean? That's what I was looking at it. The fucking spaceship goes like it's gonna fly into it, and just like slams on the brake, stops. It's like, nah. And then they turn to the right. It's like, and right away he's like, nah, low hanging fruit. You know what I mean? And
so many shows did that. You remember the Animaniacs?
Oh yeah.
Animaniacs, that when they had Wacko, Yakko, and Dot.
Yeah.
There's one episode, I know I've talked about it. I'm pulling a Craig here. I don't really care. He accused us of doing it anyway last week. So might as well repeat myself.
Yep.
They had one episode where they're playing detectives on a cruise ship.
Yep.
And it was a murder mystery. And they said, okay, we got to get prints. And so Dot comes back with the singer. And Wacko goes, no, I meant fingerprints. And she just looks at the camera, stares at the viewer, and goes, I'm not even touching that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I fucking lost it. I said, finally, they get who's watching this shit.
Yep.
Rick and Morty just did the same thing.
Yeah.
So I've actually turned a bit mid-segment. And I good for them. I don't know. I mean, I think at some point we're going to laugh. I've seen a ton of memes on Reddit that are god awful.
Yeah.
9/11. 9/11.
Oh,
I've
no.
seen Hulk Hogan tearing them apart.
There's Joe, like, just things that, like you said, are shock value to try to get a joke, to try to get a laugh about 9/11. And if it's just shock value, then it might be a little like, but I'm not going to like say like, oh, that was a great joke. It was just shock value. You threw it out there. This was, of course, there's shock value in it, and that's what they're doing, but it wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. It really wasn't.
Andrew Dice Clay sucks, in all honesty. Andrew Dice Clay is not a funny man.
No.
Andrew Dice Clay,
agreed 100%.
Shocking guy, and he has a filter. Had no filter. And in 1990, when he hit big, everything he said, people piled into arenas not to hear his jokes, but to hear him find out what he'll say next.
Yeah.
That's the same reason that Howard Stern got popular.
Yeah.
But Howard was funny when he did it, and he surrounded himself with funny people. Andrew Dice Clay didn't belong in a club, much less a fucking arena.
No, because he spent the first minute doing the lighting the cigarette, flopping it over his head, doing this, which was kind of a gimmicky, silly act. Like that was almost like a vaudeville. That was like a vaudeville act. Yeah. Lighting the cigarette all crazy like that. You know what I mean? It was just silly and stupid. And then he did the nursery rhymes. Yo, Little Miss Muffet, you know?
And then every time he talked about women, it was you dummy, you this,
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he needed the money.
Yeah. And it was, of course, when it first came out, it was funny. And then it was like, okay, I'm done with him.
What else you got?
Nothing except more of the same. So I put the ashtray on the top of her ass. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's like, okay, what else you got? Nothing.
So I'm in line at the bank with my tongue up this chick's ass. I'm like, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
By the way, nothing he said then would even bat an eyelash today.
No.
Nobody would even get. But
that's what I'm saying.
So like Bezelnak are also smart. And they're funny.
Yeah.
And they're extreme. So, you got a ton of comedians now are pushing the envelope while still remembering the context of a joke.
And don't get me wrong. Did he maybe pave the way for some of these guys?
No.
No, because Lenny Bruce did it. Lenny Bruce paved the way.
That's like telling me that the Two Live Crew had something to do with the rise of gangster rap.
Yeah. No, you're right. Because Lenny Bruce was the one who came out and said, you know what? This is freedom of speech. I'm going to say what I want up here and be funny about it. Because even back then, comedians were still trying to be hold themselves within a certain range of decency. And Lenny Bruce was someone who came out and was just like, I'm going to say whatever other fuck I want and get arrested for it. That was
but doing it in a suit and tie.
Yeah.
With a polished routine.
Yep.
And a sense of professionalism about what his chosen profession.
Yeah.
I don't think Lenny Bruce pushed the envelope. At the very end of Lenny Bruce's career, he was a mess.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. He was drugged out.
He was shirts and he was a mess.
Yeah.
When Lenny Bruce really rose to prominence, he was still polished, controlled,
and funny.
And funny as hell.
Yep.
We actually bought a record to play on Melissa's record.
Oh, did you?
Bruce.
Yeah.
And you know what? He misses as much as he hits, but when he hits,
he's
he hit.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good set. I think Carlin was way more important than Dice would ever be.
Oh, for sure.
George Carlin.
An argument there
was fucking brilliant. Brilliant.
But what I'm saying is in terms of opening the doors for the Jeselniks of the world.
Oh,
because
okay.
Carlin backed it up with intelligence.
Yep.
He wouldn't drop a C-bomb unless he was able to back it up and justify it.
But he also had something, he had a similar approach every time, but it was always something different.
Yep. Yeah, he was
it's hard to describe because he always took something that was relatively innocuous and he made it a 20-minute monologue that was fucking hysterical.
He was a unique, fucking incredibly intelligent dude and funny.
Yes.
And granted, he did, he did have his corny, silly voice and fart noises. He did those are very corny. You know what I mean? And that's the stuff that I don't find as funny from him. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter because what's in between is fucking sheer brilliance and genius, if you ask me. You know?
The time I cringed at Carlin wasn't because he said something extreme. It was because he said something that was beneath him.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Try to cram too many words into a joke.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, like somebody, like he made a bunch of fart jokes once on one of his albums. I think it was Back in New York or something like that. Back in town. And he said something like, maybe you don't need to eat an entire wicker swing set. That was cringeworthy because all you had to say was wicker.
Yeah.
The joke was there. Where does swing set come in? It just felt like adding things to make it seem like more whatever. But we're getting way off topic here.
Oh yeah, that was a good
Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, to Rick and Morty.
Thank you for not flying into Cartoon Towers, but
again,
if you had chosen to do it, I think enough time has passed.
Yeah,
where
exactly.
You safely do just that.
Yep.
Maybe make a few jokes about, oh crap, this again?
Yeah.
And that would have been funny too. So let's close out with a headline that only our show could find humor in. And it's appropriate. I was just talking to people from Florida tonight on my little high school thing, and this just reeks of Florida. I don't know if it was. But
it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Really?
No, go ahead and read it. We'll talk about. Yeah. Go ahead and read it first.
Right. And here's the headline: Police chase ends with naked man running into church and then overdosing.
Now that's mass that I want to go to. That seems like a party.
You got any more of that church, baby?
Yeah. He's just rinsing his face off in the holy water bowl. You know what I mean?
Hey, what else can Jesus turn water into?
Yeah.
Old Milwaukee.
But Brad, you were right. Like this screams Florida.
Big
but
time.
It's not. It's the exact opposite corner.
You would be 2,000 miles wrong.
Exactly.
Yep.
It is Maine.
Oh.
The way life shouldn't be.
I love that place. No.
Just answering to Uncle Mike.
Yeah. That's it. I love. It should. That's the way it should be. So you want to go and run and die and OD in a church? Go ahead. Yeah.
Just do it in the unoccupied part of the parking lot.
Yeah, just go over there and do it. Yeah.
But that's what this guy fucked up. He started messing with cars that were there.
Yeah. Yep.
I want to go to Skowhegan, Maine.
Right?
Skowhegan.
I mean, it's no Tiverton, but it sounds like a summer hotspot for the kids. There was one quote in here. It's a long one, but I have to read this. There's just the pastor was all members of the church were in their cars and they heard sirens. Yep. And then you hear, as I was standing up near the stage, I saw someone coming very quickly and then drove into our church driveway at a rapid pace. Sounds like the beginning of a Dean Koontz book.
Right? Yeah.
The surprising thing was when two police cars followed, because that's what sirens usually do. They have cars attached to them. The man was screaming. His stereo was blaring. Again, that's a word that people don't say. They just write.
Yep.
Oh, that was just blaring, Brad. No, nobody does that. His body was half hanging out of the vehicle. He was beating on the side of the vehicle. He jumped out while it was still rolling. This guy is creating so much tension. His sermons have to be epic.
Right.
I would go to drive-in church just for that.
Right.
It rolled into one of the vehicles that was parked in the parking lot. And when he got out, the big surprise came as he had absolutely no clothes on, with all of the parishioners sitting in awkward silence. I'm pretty sure silence was the last thing happening in this parking lot. But anyway, Dave, you had one more line. It comes right after this quote, and you really do have to read it.
Oh, that was my favorite part of this whole story, was when they made the point to say the 37-year-old took his mom's car without her permission. It's like, kid, you are about 22 years too late for this.
I didn't know Jonathan moved to Maine.
You're 37 years old. You're stealing your mom's car for a joyride.
What a fucking, oh my God. But still, like, and then he OD'd. That's the best part. He's like, hold on.
They had to hit this guy 3 or 4 times with like the Narcan, basically.
Holy shit.
Damn.
And he was inside the church, even though the parishioners were all outside.
Yeah,
he wanted to go into the house of God to have one final moment.
They were having a parking lot mass. Like, people were pulling up in their cars.
Yeah.
You want to hear something funny? I've explained it on the show before. I live directly behind the church. The parking lot is actually attached to my yard.
Yes, one of the parishioners is half in your yard. We heard.
Yeah. And last Sunday, they tried to do the same thing.
Okay.
So
basically have people pull in and park in the parking lot and do a mass there that way.
Yeah. So they set up, he pulled down with his truck and he set up a table and he sat at it and he set the table up to do the thing. And I'm watching him through the window and fucking no one showed up.
Come on.
Not one fucking car. He still did it. Yeah, he did. He still streamed it, which good for him. I say, hey, fuck him. But yeah, no one showed up.
Wow.
Nothing. Yep.
Did you notice, though, that the guy overdosed? He didn't die. They gave him 2 shots of Narcan. Okay, I wish he died. It would have been a lot easier because they could have just had the funeral with a glass front, and it would have been great. But apparently, the pastor said he began to hear this guy pray as if he was saying, Father, forgive me. Do you really think the fucking meth addict was doing that?
Yeah.
Not happening.
No, he was going, God damn, I need some more shit.
These cops are going to get me, and I'm not going to be able to go get my fucking other fix that I was on my... that I stole my mother's car to go get. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to church if I'm doped up. It'd be the last place I go.
Yeah.
But they took him to a hospital and then to jail, and his bail was set at $1,000.
Yeah, which is unfortunate in Maine. So
yeah,
it was set at $1,000 or 3 bear pelts.
No, actually, usually, yeah. His mother showed up and gave him a jar of honey to let him go.
Right. She knitted a blanket for the judge and let him go. I love that they were shocked.
But I got an Afghan.
Yeah. I love that they were shocked that there were 2 police cars that chased this guy in. 2. The entire police force on duty of the state of Maine at once.
In Maine, that was the state troopers. That was all of them.
Yeah. Canadians are just flooding the border right now because this guy got high once.
Yeah.
Squeaking Mounties.
Yeah. That's what, and it's insane. That's what it is.
I mean, I just, the fact that the pastor wanted to turn this into a religious event almost makes him as guilty as the guy who did it. I think, the last week we had an incident here. He even said it's a Mother's Day we'll never forget. No shit.
You know
died
what?
Twice.
I laugh, but that it was just a dad move. How many? Well, how many times? Like, I'll give an example. Like, my son is like, he does some wacky. Like, he wants to be like, hey, Dad, I'm gonna go ride my bike off of that. I'm like, all right. And as soon as he does it and falls and whacks his face, I'm like, see, now that's why we don't do this.
Yeah.
Because when you ride your bike off, that's all the pastor was doing. He was having a dad moment. He was like, this is why we need Jesus, not drugs.
Yeah.
That's all he was doing.
That's it. Yeah.
You can
He was
tell
being a good father.
This pastor was so into getting his face out there in his name.
Oh,
the descriptiveness of his like idea of what happened on the scene was way over the top. And also, there was a little something interesting. He didn't say I was standing in front of the congregation. He said I was standing on the stage. No religious person ever calls it a stage.
No,
because they're not performing; they're sharing the word of God.
Yeah,
that's right.
I think this guy wants to get famous as the pastor that helped turn an overdose drug addict in the nude to God.
Yeah, he basically gave this interview to the news as if Morgan Freeman was going to be reading it.
Yeah. Yep.
Andy didn't know what was going to hit him that day.
That's right. I laugh. Like, that's.
And there were not one, like 2 police cars that chased him into the parking lot.
All these people, like these evangelicals, like they're just, that's all it is mega churches and stages. And
wow.
What?
I'm sorry. You said that whole word one time without falling apart.
Oh, thanks.
Evangelicals. I'm thoroughly impressed.
Yeah. Not only that, I'm so proud of you. That's your word of the week.
Yeah.
You got it. I'm going to buy a T-shirt for somebody in need.
Right?
Maybe a naked guy invading a church.
Yeah. That guy needs a shirt. Actually needs a casket with a window.
Green beans for the Boy Scouts because you said that.
No, but I mean, like they're all insane. It's like you said, it's the stage, the money. Did you see the guys begging for the Learjets? The two in.
Oh my God!
Did you see the two evangelical fucking pastors that were like lobbying for planes?
No shit.
To their congregation just last week because they need to spread the word of God during the pandemic, but they need to do it without layovers.
No.
No, not even kidding. That's what one of the guys said. That's what one of the guys says. He says, well, I can't do it if I have to stop. If I just need to go straight there when I hear that they need.
Who needs God more than people stuck in an airport?
Oh, and then the worst part is he's showing, I own this one. He's got pictures of planes on the wall.
No shit.
All planes that he's owned. But he's like, but all those we need to stop for fuel. He's like, but if I get this one, I can just go direct to the people that need the word.
Meanwhile, he's sitting on 40 million at home.
Yeah. I was like, if you can't see that as a person looking at them, if you're not looking at him and saying, what? Are you out of your fucking mind, dude?
If you
in my house new hubcaps.
Yeah.
Look, if you can sit down in your office and your chair is a naked man from Maine, you're doing okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. And the worst part is they're taking the money. The people that are giving it to them got like $40 in their bank account.
That's it.
That's the thing.
You know what I mean? That's what, after they pay their bills and they got like $40 left over and they give the guy fucking 28. You know what I mean?
Right. Their fucking kid is eating an Adidas sneaker from 1996, but meanwhile that's sending $40 to the priest.
Yeah. I
don't even like it in the Catholic Church, which is a lot more subtle, obviously, and not.
Way more subtle.
They shame you though, but they shame you because if you come around, our church always did 2 collections. There was a first collection that everybody always did. That second collection, maybe not as many. Or, maybe we throw a buck in just to put something in to maintain appearances.
Yeah.
But nobody wanted to be the one that didn't put something in the collection plate. Yeah. Guilting you, to me, that's just as guilty as, honestly, if you're preying on the stupid.
Yeah.
Let them have it. I mean, you deserve to lose your money if you're really that dumb.
Yeah.
But when you're in a congregation where it's a tight-knit community and everybody knows each other, did you notice that Brad's family didn't add to the second collection?
Yeah.
These are the kind of murmuring and guilt.
No, it's true.
Which is why
social
I consider
pressure.
myself, I told you, I believe in a God.
Yeah.
But not that one.
Not that one. Not the guy who's begging for money to fucking help those. Right. Yeah, to help those fucking child rapists fucking make their way. No, it's we have
ridiculous. A lot of legal fees this year. Please donate.
Please donate. Yeah, exactly. Fuck them all.
Come here and try a little fentanyl-laced body of Christ.
Yeah.
Anyway. Any other thoughts on police chases in Maine other than that we got to call Mike and make sure he's okay and he had
See, we did it again. We went from police chases in Maine to fucking full-on fucking religion, right?
I mean, there's none of that in Maine. There's no religion in Maine other than the God of nature.
Yeah.
Or whatever Aunt Michelle calls the God of Maine. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
All right. Well, I have no other thoughts on this one except that if you go to drive-in church, have a camera ready. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
You never know when somebody might show up doped up on 18 pills of something just to be saved.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Craig, I think we need a bright side. After ending on that note, can we do a bright side tonight?
But yeah, I think we can.
What can we find a bright side in for a story this week? What do you got?
A new bed that is also a coffin.
Awesome.
Yeah. They started making these beds that you basically just close the lid on it. Fuck it. Done.
So they're promoting them to married couples?
Yeah.
No, that's not it.
Yeah.
Or rock stars? What is it? I don't know.
I'd sleep in a coffin and not get kicked.
Yeah.
Right.
See.
But yeah, apparently they're just beds that turn into coffins. So I think what we need to do is actually name the product.
Name the mattress.
Name the company.
All right. Brad, you want to start?
Sure, why not? I was thinking the posthumous pedic.
How about we go with a spring mortis?
That's funny because I had Rigga mattress.
I just realized me and Dave wrote the same one.
We did.
Well, holy shit, I didn't see that. My second one was This Mortal Hybrid Coil.
So you had the posthumous pedic. I actually wrote Serta posthumous pedic. I had the same thing.
Even better. You gotta cut me off, man. That would have been so much better. I'm sorry, man.
No.
Ashes to Ashley Ultra Firm.
I had the avian fluton.
Why not lay down for a good night's sleep on a memory bloat mattress?
Nice. I only had one more, and I gotta close out because tomorrow is a very sad day. It's the day that the anniversary of the day Chris Cornell killed himself, and so it's only right that we get buried ourselves in Chester Beddington. But Dave, I think you had a more local flavor on yours, and I loved it.
I did. I rounded mine out with a local one. I said, why not go to your local mattress dealer and get a Dairopi?
Done. Sealed.
That's it. That's the one.
Awesome.
Oh, shit.
Awesome. All
That
right.
was excellent.
Well, you know what, guys? I don't know if this will go down in the annals of Needless to Say history as an award-winning episode. I don't think this will even go down to one we talk about a lot. The one reason this one was memorable is because it was the first time in ages we found headlines that didn't have anything to do with COVID.
Yep.
I mean, there was some very loose correlations with a couple of them, but overall,
Yeah.
let's be real. It's about time this world starts getting back to normal, and this was a great way for us just
To slowly break into that.
to feel normal again.
Yep.
And so, yeah, again, you love us, hate us, you'll never forget us. It's nice to feel like we're back home.
Yeah,
So with that-
it was familiar territory to get back into without forcing it. It just happened. I think this was kind of a first step towards the direction where I think the three of us are going to be back to Studio B soon in person as opposed to
exactly.
Zoom.
Yep.
But it was nice to see, like, I don't know, for the last month and a half, we have come up with themes or concepts for shows and really worked to pull things together. This week, I want to say mostly Brad found headlines that just fell together.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where we started, or where you guys started, and I jumped in on. But
I found some headlines. You know, one of the running themes of the last 2 weeks was that I overthink everything, and I purposely just randomly threw darts at the wall.
Yeah.
8 headlines, and
it works.
5 of them, and it worked. And there's just something like a weight's been lifted. We don't have to come up with the themes. We don't have to stick to a concept. And maybe even, you know, I loved last week's episode. I did.
Yeah, me too. I did too. I enjoyed it.
You guys a little bit better, but we can't do that every week. It's
No.
so self-serve.
Yeah.
So I think it was good to just trash dumb people because that's really where we that's our bread and butter.
Exactly. That's where we shine.
Speaking of shining, you can go see us on the shiny, all-new Needless to Say podcast.com.
Ooh,
you can buy shiny new swag over at represent.com/store/NTS podcast. You can go see us shine verbally on social media, on Twitter at NTS_podcast, on Facebook at NTS_podcast, and on Instagram where Dave is the shiniest one of all, on all lowercase Needless to Say podcast.com. Dave, shine a little brighter and tell me about Endeavor Podcast Solutions.
Yeah, if you want to put a little shine on your podcast, you want to go visit our friends at EndeavorPodcastSolutions.com. They will help you write intros, outros. They'll help you with editing, voiceovers. They'll even give you ideas to start, continue, or improve your podcast. That's EndeavorPodcastSolutions.com.
And I have one more thing. I forgot to mention this in my weekend review. I'd like to thank somebody. We have a new listener from New York who isn't a dick, and I want to thank her for being a regular listener and a big fan of ours. Reagan, love you, kid. Great chatting with you earlier tonight, and I look forward to hearing more feedback about our show. So thanks for that.
Nice. And I'd like to say, last week, Psycho released Changing Tide, new single from their upcoming album. Go check it out. They got the video out for it, which is it's a lyric video out for it. Great tune. Go check it out.
Absolutely. 11,000 hits, I believe, or even higher than that now.
God damn.
Yeah.
A lyric video.
Yeah.
Not even them performing yet. Wait till they start doing performance videos. Look the hell out.
Yep.
You know, we've joked about Cycle the beginning of the episode, and week in and week out, we've got an obvious brotherhood with these guys. And, you know, I wouldn't keep talking about them so much if they weren't really that good.
No, exactly. That's the
everybody
thing.
in the direction week in and week out. Oh,
Yep.
crap. These guys are fucking fantastic, and they can take a joke.
Yep.
So it must be the bass line of that song that's making it.
Absolutely.
It's got to be it.
Yeah, it is.
We've always been fans of people that were good with their fingers, and that includes Cass.
Yeah.
Listen. I will always promote the sounds of music that make my bowels feel like they're going to let loose on their own.
Dave, I'm pretty sure a music box in a guitar closet can sing your bowels. A harp in the distance.
A police car driving off in the distance 30 miles away.
All right. Dave, you haven't said it in a while. Take us out, brother.
Needless to say, we said it.